Mega church pastor Tony Evans steps down. Babyface gets inducted into the Apollo Walk of Fame. Back that thing up gets a special day in New Orleans while the White House celebrates Juneteenth. Hey, critics, welcome back to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel where you get commentary reviews and tabloid news. I'm your host, Patricia Hartley. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. It's Wednesday, June 12th, 2024. Hey, critics, it's time to chronicle. Up first, let's recap on some of the top talk shows of the week. Up first, let's talk the Sherry Shepherd show on Friday. She's actually going to have Vice President Kamala Harris, who's going to be stopping by. It seems to me like the Juneteenth concert actually pulled her up on stage. I believe it was specifically Kirk Franklin. We'll get to that a little bit later on in the show. Jennifer Hudson on tomorrow, the ex-fiance of Jennifer Lopez, I know I had to say it again, of Alex Rodriguez, who is the pro baseball shortstop. He's going to be stopping by the Jennifer Hudson show. And of course, on Friday, comedian and actress Miss Pat is going to be there. Tamron Hall, who switched her look up again. But now she's doing the short girl. It's kind of like a mullet short girl cut that she has. And I absolutely love the shortcut on Tamron Hall. Come to find out, y'all, the clip that I saw of her when she talks about the reason why she went with the shortcut, she had a boyfriend at one point in time who was in love with Anita Baker. And she ended up getting her hair cut just like Anita Baker. So good little story. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm glad that came up on my feed so that I was able to see that. And tomorrow, Love is Blind star Clay Gravesand is going to be stopping by Tamron Hall. And then on Friday, Robin Roberts is going to be connecting there with Tamron Hall. And you can catch all of those weekday talk shows just by checking your local listings for showtimes. As y'all know, we are headed into Juneteenth and a Father's Day weekend. So this is your sign to get all of those father figures something special for all of their hard work. And in honor of Juneteenth and, of course, Black Music Month, let's highlight some albums. I typically will tell you the top audiobooks for you to check out. However, this time I wanted to switch it up and actually do music. So the first album that I'd like to highlight is Glorilla. Her albums are available. Actually, her brand new one, Everything, is available now, and it includes her hit Yeah Glow and the collaboration song with Meg The Stallion, Wanna Be. Also, her 2022 album release has a bonus edition that's available on Hoopla. So just be sure to check that out. And it also has that F&F song. That's the song, y'all. I was like, Free. She just went in and I loved it. I love that part. But you can check out that album there on Hoopla. SZA's 2018 album called S is available. She's nominated for 6 total BET Awards. Remember, the BET Awards is going to be airing on June the 30th, so right at the end of the month. And then you got Meg The Stallion. She's out on tour right now. Saw some recent images of her at a ATL concert. A lot of the ATL housewives were there and just kind of doing a couple of skits online, like Sheree telling folks they can come over over to her house because there was some issues with the venue initially, but they got everything. It seemed it just worked out. Now, her albums, in terms of Meg The Stallion, that's actually on Hoopla, is Fever. So that was her 2019 album. The Good News album, which was a 2020 album, that's when I really found out in 2020 that, let's say that the artist releases their music on a Tuesday. If Hoopla is typically going to have it, or it's going to be accessible through that platform, typically within about 48 hours of the release of the album, it's been available. Because Good News, I think it was released one day, and then within 24 hours, not even 48, it was actually available there on Hoopla. But I will admit to you, not all music is actually available on Hoopla. I was actually surprised that Rihanna's music that is not very available at one point in time, like on Instagram. I don't know if it's more available now. I don't even look for her songs because I was just so disappointed in the past that I couldn't find most of them unless she was featured with somebody else, right? But like just a Rihanna song for a long time on Instagram, am I tripping? I really couldn't find a just Rihanna, right? That anti album. If I was looking for that, I couldn't find that. I haven't done anything like that lately in terms of looking for her music like that. But just to let you know, Rihanna is also available on Hoopla. She's not one of the 5 though, right? So I stopped at Meg The Stallion. She's number 3. Cardi B is another album that's actually available I know that how many albums has Cardi B come out with? Is it just one or two? Everything else has just kind of been like just hit songs and collaborations, right? Or like a just kind of a song here and there. But again, Cardi B, when it comes to that album, she's on the cover, y'all, of Rolling Stone, by the way. But when it comes to an album, Cardi B, I think folks are ready for it, especially your fans. They are definitely ready for it. Speaking of collaborations, Cardi is actually nominated for Best Collaboration with Meg Thee Stallion for that song Bongos, and for Best Female Hip Hop Artist as well. And then, as I stated on a previous episode, Billboard came out with that list about the best female hip hop artists right now. Cardi B was on that list as well. She was number 7. Side note, Trina said Beyonce should have made the list. Do y'all remember when Trina did that interview and she said Beyonce was the best rapper? We won't talk about it too much. And then talking about number one and being the best, the article for Billboard said that Nicki was actually number one right now. She's currently out on that Pink Friday 2 tour. Her 2018 Queen album is also available for digital checkout there on Hoopla. My favorite is the 2014 The Pink Print. Additionally, Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2 album is nominated for 6 BET Awards. And again, Nicki was number one on that Billboard list. Nicki is also having some challenges that's going on. I actually first learned about this from a YouTuber, and I'm so sorry that her name escapes me. I think it's Layla Media. Layla tells it all. Her, okay. Layla. She was the one that told it came up on my feed essentially. And that's how I actually found out about the fact that Nicki Minaj has done some very cryptic kind of tweeting, giving the impression that she might be single. And now the Barb's is just worried that she's sending these subliminals and that she's not happy. As you know, we did some breaking news talking about her over in the Netherlands, back there about a week or two ago. That concert specifically that she was supposed to get to, that was canceled. And then another concert was also canceled right after that. So we kind of never know when it comes to folks what exactly is going on, especially when you're a superstar and some of the things that you have to deal with. We've seen that sometimes all that glitters is not gold. We do know that when it comes to this. So again, sending nothing but love to Nicki Minaj. And speaking of sending love, Glorilla actually tweeted out a positive message, just kind of giving encouragement to all of the folks. And it says, if you going through something right now, I pray you get through it. Always remember that every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. So shout out to Glorilla for that positive message. I also hope Sexy Red heard that message because unfortunately, according to ABC7NY.com, rapper Sexy Red, who was number 2 on the Billboard Top Female charts, that list, she had to check somebody at the airport, y'all, and got into a brawl. And then that landed her and 2 other men that she was with in jail. Now, it's still reportedly unknown what started the brawl, in which Sexy Red was charged with disorderly conduct while the guys were arrested for assault. There's a video out of it. It looks like she's picking up one of those I don't know what those called, the metal things that you separate people. You, it I can't think of the name of it right now, but she basically picked it up and like used it as no weapons formed against me shall prosper. That's what the video looked like. Hopefully they're able to work everything out. The rappers have been in it. They've been a little in it. You know what I'm saying? Even Glorilla she got a little arrest back there in April. She got a DUI and all the things. Nicki Minaj couldn't catch a break overseas. You got now Sexy Red coming through. Even Sukiana. I don't know if is she considered to be a rapper? I'll do a little bit more research and find a little bit more about Sukiana. But Sukiana also had an arrest as well. Sending nothing but love to y'all. Come on. I don't know what to tell you in order to, get it together, but I'm sending positive messages. And I will say this, the BET Awards are coming up. A lot of things are happening this summer. You also got the Essence Fest celebrating 30 years. I'm looking to see the music that y'all are able to bring out as a result of some of the challenges that you've gone through. You know how it goes. Go ahead and put all that pain, put it in the music, make that money. Don't let it make you. Speaking of making money, Gayle King, y'all, she gave a little, y'all, I think Y'all know how I feel about Gail. I like her, but at the same time, I'll be like, Gail, some of the stuff that you didn't say, you didn't have to say. And it's happened again, y'all. And she did it this time to Oprah. Gail confessed that Oprah had to cancel a morning show appearance on CBS with her due to basically a stomach flu. And she said, this is the part that she didn't have to say. She said, yeah, she had things coming out of both ends. And we were, Gail, that's way too much. Now, there is a video of Gail doing a FaceTime with Oprah and asking her, hey, did I share too much? I just wanted them to know what was going on. And Oprah seemed like she was very nice about it. Good for you, Oprah. I don't know how I would have felt, but Gail, don't be telling on your friend that much. Don't tell on her that much. Here at the Critic Chronicles, our goal is to provide quality but juicy content from websites, digital magazines, and tabloids, most of which are sourced from our public libraries. Research from the National Library of Medicine show that there are an estimated 17,000 public libraries nationwide, totaling 4 million visits each day. Public libraries are civic organizations that are committed to providing invaluable resources beyond books that are free and open to the public. Get your library card to access thousands of resources today. Hey, y'all know how this goes. It's the Wednesday before the weekend critics, and this is critical news that you can use. Want to give a special shout out to Sasha Obama. She turned 23 years old on June the 10th, and Michelle Obama, y'all, shared a new photo, new to me. Maybe it's older, y'all, and new to me, but it was a new photo to me of the two of them, Sasha as well as Michelle. And she on the caption just wrote how proud she is specifically of Sasha. And to me, it's always good to kind of get that new glimpse into the world of the Obamas and what they're doing after they're no longer in the administration. Because y'all, I'm nosy and I want to know what the most normal first family is doing. Okay, happy birthday, girl! It's your Jordan year, baby. It's your Jordan year. Speaking of White House, the White House actually just had their Juneteenth concert and celebration. They honored American arts forms that sings to the soul of the American experience. Juneteenth was celebrated at the White House with some poppin' artists, including Kirk Franklin. As I said before, he reportedly brought VP Kamala Harris up to the stage. Dougie Fresh was beatboxing, doing his thing. Anthony Hamilton, okay? Where's the Hamiltons? Y'all remember the Hamiltons? Shout out to Anthony. Gladys Knight was there performing. Patti LaBelle, Miss did you take some pies, Patty? Did you bring the dessert? That's my question. Did Patty bring the dessert to the Juneteenth event? Patina Miller as well. And then one of my favorite comedians, Roy Wood Jr. Shout out to Roy. Yeah, amazing comedian. Got a chance to meet him a couple of times. Saw him actually live about 3 times. Met him in person 2 of those 3 times. And so yeah, even had a chance to have some conversation with him. He's very down to earth. This was in my collegiate years, y'all. This was in my collegiate years. So shout out to Roy Wood Jr. And speaking of White House and things that are going on, while the White House is celebrating Juneteenth, unfortunately, Biden's son has been found guilty of lying to a federally licensed gun dealer, making false claim on the application by saying that he was not a drug user and illegally having a gun for 11 days. The Associated Press reports that Hunter Biden has been convicted and then President Biden, excuse me, he actually responded that he would continue to respect the judicial process as Hunter considers an appeal. And as pointed out by the latest happenings, the 45th president has also been convicted by American jurors in an election year. And it's just kind of been a lot that's been going on. The courtroom, we'll say it like this: the courtroom has been busy in 2024, and it's just halfway through the year. Well, Hunter does face up to 25 years in prison. And at this time, I wasn't able to find a future court date. However, we will continue to keep up with this story. And speaking of stories, y'all, congratulations to Babyface. He has been inducted into the legendary Apollo Theater's Walk of Fame, according to the Instagram page there over at the Apollo Theater. Congratulations again, Babyface. I was talking about Anita Baker earlier, and Anita Baker and it was Babyface that was supposed to go. I don't know if it was supposed to be like a big tour together or something. We was all looking forward to it, and the next thing you know, Babyface and her had a problem, and it was like, what's going on? What is going on? But in terms of a collaboration, I think that would have been sweet. I guess we'll never know. At least we don't know yet, right? We don't know. We don't know. Speaking of more music and singing, rapper Juvenile back that thing up. Shout out to him. His song has been honored with its own day in New Orleans. So y'all, every year, June the 11th, okay, the day after Sasha's birthday, all right. Um, you can do the back that thing up. New Orleans has declared June 11th as official back that thing up day. And it has its own day there now in New Orleans. So congratulations to Juvenile for that. And Victoria Monet, she must have heard me talking about her. Victoria, are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? She must be, because she just released new music. The song is called All Right, and the official video has been uploaded to Victoria's YouTube channel. In the video, Victoria is paying homage to Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal with a very similar outfit. The visuals for this is nice. It's a lot of dancing, a lot of outfit changes, very body. You can check that out on her YouTube channel titled, again, the name of the song is All Right. I see you. I see you, Victoria. And speaking of being seen, honey, Rihanna popped out with her natural hair. Did she not? She was like, wait, y'all think I'm wearing a wig? Whether you think I am or whether you think I'm not. When I show up to the premiere of all of the things, my red carpet premiere, I won't be wearing no wig. Well, she basically embraced the natural. And then she set us off with that retired t-shirt for a while. She said that the shirt was just a look inside of her future. Just wait for the I Quit shirt. Well, her official launch day, of course, is tomorrow, which is June the 13th. And while we here, along with many critics, question if she was wearing a wig, the red carpet really did make a different it gave a different vibe of Rihanna. This is Rihanna, in my opinion, the businesswoman. Photos of the singer and now beauty icon show her in her natural state while she is wearing what appears to be like a crimson pantsuit. It's a two-piece. That's what she chose to wear to her premiere for this. And Rihanna spoke with Extra TV, and in the interview with Entertainment Tonight, she says that she is not pregnant. So anybody who thinks that she's gonna have another baby, she say she not. But I think she would tell us actually if she was, because she's in that era of her life. It's like the businesswoman, the mom, right? The all of the things, the I'm growing, and you can tell by the interviews that she's doing on the red carpet how much she actually is growing, and all of the things, how happy she is with her sons. If you're looking for actually her album, her Good Girl Gone Bad album 2008 is actually on Hoopla along with her Rated R. The Talk That Talk. Did you know she did two albums in one year? The Talk That Talk and Loud. It says that they're both 2011. And then one of my favorites is the Anti 2016 release, also available as well on Hoopla. And speaking of watching things and music and movies, I finally saw the Bad Boys movie, and I would definitely recommend it. It does look like, the two leads, who are of course Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, they're kind of passing the baton. I think we saw it in Bad Boys 3, but definitely here in Bad Boys 4, just kind of passing the baton. There was some good eye candy. Folks that was in the movie include Tasha Smith. She was in the film along with Vanessa Hudgens. She was also in the film as well. The eye candy that I'm referring to is from a character by the name of Armando. Armando played the son of Will Smith. Will Smith's character, we'll say it like that, Will Smith's character, and played a major role in the movie in this particular um 4 of the series, of the 4 series. And then do you remember I think this was Bad Boys 2, the young man who came to go pick up the daughter, and it was Mike Lowry and Martin Lawrence's character that was at the door, and it was Reggie, and he was tall, but they was just like they gave him a hard time. One of the popular parts of, I think it was Bad Boy 2. But yeah, just kind of letting y'all know that Reggie is in the movie, and Reggie does a great job with his character. But I think Reggie and Armando will both be in any if Bad Boys continues on with the movies. I believe that Armando and Reggie's characters will both continue on in the future of the movies. So yeah, shout out to Bad Boys. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Bad Boys, Bad Boys. And what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? All right. And then flipping over to something else, which is an amazing accomplishment. Want to talk Stormy from Love and Marriage Huntsville. She is not only a reality TV star, but she is an entrepreneur. As a matter of fact, she was an entrepreneur prior to getting on the show. She's the founder and CEO of Canvas Beauty Brand and also the star of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Well, she got a personal call from TikTok saying that her company was the first brand to hit $1 million in sales from a single live stream in the entire United States. She also reaches a huge milestone and had $1 million moment with her canvasbeauty.com. She is seen taking the call on camera, and this is the video that was captured, but she's seen taking the TikTok call on camera. You can hear them in the background, either there at the center, at the TikTok center, saying, Stormy, Stormy. And then it's announced that her brand hit $1 million in sales, and she's the first in the USA. Her products include scented body drops, body glaze, scent notes, hair serum. She has edge control, follicle booster, serum conditioner, as well as shampoo. Congratulations again, Stormy Steele. That is no small feat at all. Congratulations, girl. And speaking of congratulations, I'm a little late on this, but I always want to make sure that I talk a little bit about it. The Emmy Awards took place last Friday, and I finally got to the winners list. Entertainment Tonight won for Entertainment News Series. Culinary Series went to Be My Guest with Ina Garten. I didn't see Cartier Brown in any of these categories. Put the comment below if I'm wrong in regards to Cartier. Did y'all see Cartier Brown in any of those? She's one of my favorites. When it comes to watching cooking, oh my goodness, she makes some delicious meals, and her hair always be laid, baby. Her hair be laid, girl. Not only is she selling going back, Judge Judy won for legal courtroom program. Not only is she selling her penthouse, but remember, she's also suing the tabloids for some false information. And then Oprah and the Color Purple Journey won for arts and popular culture program. Robert Gossett won for supporting performance in a daytime drama series for his role in General Hospital. And Dick Van Dyke made history. You may have seen this. As the oldest individual to receive, I'd say the most seasoned. I don't really love to use the word old. I really like seasoned. The most seasoned individual to receive an Emmy at the tender age of 98. And that was for his role in Days of Our Lives. And of course, best daytime personality daily went to Kevin Frazier and Nichelle Turner. It looks like it was everybody, the whole gang over there at ET. The View won for best directing team for a multiple camera daytime nonfiction program. Also Drive with Swiss Beats won for single camera editing. I didn't even know that Swiss Beats was nominated, but luckily I looked at the list. And then Searching for Soul Food won for main title and graphic design. I have not checked that out. I'll definitely have to check that out. And casting went to African Queens, Nija, which also won for art direction, set decoration, scenic design, along with hairstyling as well as makeup. So congratulations to all of those who received an Emmy. And I know I said Cartier, although Cartier did not receive an Emmy, she's definitely Emmy worthy, boo. She's definitely Emmy worthy. So it's her hair. Shout out to whoever do your hair, Cartier, because your hair, every time I've talked to 3 friends about you specifically, and one of the things that they've said without me having to lead and say anything is like, I love the way she be having her hair. And I'm like, huh, girl, I co-sign that. Wanna end it here with talking about one of the most surprising things that happened this past weekend. I was actually going to come out and do breaking news. However, I felt like this subject was very delicate, and I did not want to come with any breaking news when I found out about the information. But one of the biggest surprises is when Dr. Tony Evans, he's the mega church pastor of Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship there in Texas. He stepped down as the senior pastor at the church. A lot of folks were very surprised by this. He did release an official statement, which is still available now, in order to be read. And in the statement, that was released, he said that he fell short of a standard. He said, I therefore am required to apply the same biblical standard of repentance and restoration to myself that I have applied to others. There is also a lot of speculation, y'all, around why he actually might be stepping down. And whenever, I got this from a different YouTuber, but when you think about it, whenever folks are vague just about their what happened and they're not like necessarily detailed, it does leave a lot of room for interpretation, whether it's right or whether it's actually wrong. And but when you're dealing with mega church pastors and individuals who have access to so many people and they change so many lives and so many people look to them for either guidance or counsel, whatever that might look like, it's definitely a different it's a different level. There's people who are at the church who are surprised, who seem to be very um hurt by this maybe. Again, a lot of speculation. A lot of this is just speculation. I think that he did a great job with the statement in terms of just, listing out all of the things, getting it all out, paraphrase. He's a great writer, by the way. So of course, the statement that he released gives a very good description of exactly what he wants to share. But the fact that it's not detailed does leave a lot of room for speculation. I will say this, while it is definitely a surprise, and a lot of folks are looking to probably see what the church is going to look like going forward. Even though Pastor Tony Evans stepped down, it does look like, according to the statement, he's still going to stay there as a member of the congregation. He also just got married. He actually got remarried, excuse me. At one point in time, he was married long term to Dr. Lois Evans, who has a pastor's wives ministry YouTube channel, which I used to watch all the time. And then also, they built the ministry together from the ground up, from scratch there in the Dallas, Texas area, and has remained committed to that plan. And she passed away in 2019. I think it was around December. And he did get remarried in December of 2023 to Carla Crummy. They did have a private ceremony. And I think whenever you are transitioning when it comes to leadership and there's a lot of change happening at the same time, even when you're the person and it is the change and it's happening to you, because Dr. Tony Evans is also going through a lot of shifts and changes. The church is going through a lot of shifts and changes because they lost their first lady. Now there's a new lady that is, coming in who promised, hey, she's definitely not trying to remove or take the legacy away from Dr. Lois Evans. But I will say this. I think that there's some pastors out here who can learn from Dr. Tony Evans. I know there's a lot of people who are upset and mad that why we don't got all the details. Okay, well, why he trying to get ahead of something? Okay, well, maybe could be. It could also be, in my opinion, that he got a wife and he's 70 something. His wife is 50 something. Huh? Come on now. Y'all want to come listen. I want to stay biblical because we're talking about somebody who is of the cloth. Come on. But you know what I mean. Do you understand what I'm saying? Y'all out here worrying this man. He can go and enjoy his new wife. Hello, somebody. I also want to say that his new wife, Carla Crummy, she also became a caregiver for her father when her mother passed away. So, in terms of having something relatable, it sounds like they were both dealing specifically with grief. Tony was not only dealing with the grief of his wife in 2019, he also lost his father. I can't remember if it was before or after that. And he also lost his niece as well. And those were just the deaths that was publicly shared with us. We don't know what could have happened on a personal level. In terms of leadership, not talking about the fact that the statement that was released was a little vague. I want to say that when it comes to leadership, this is what leaders are supposed to do. This is exactly what leaders are, and more specifically, leaders who are at that church house. This is exactly what's supposed to happen. When you fall into a discretion of sin, which again, he did not name exactly what that sin was, but when you fall into that discretion of sin, that's exactly what should happen. Pastors like John Gray could learn from this. I'm going to stop. Let me stop. Okay. I'm not going to be naming any more pastors, but any pastor who's ever fell short. Okay, I believe that what Tony Evans has done is an example of what should be done whenever there is a transgression that has been, or a sin that has come up. Now, Tony also said in the statement that it wasn't anything that was illegal. So a lot of folks are leaning towards more of it's something along the lines of the infidelity ish, something along those lines. But again, he wasn't specific. In the statement, he also said that this happened years ago. We're just not we just wasn't privy to how long ago this could have been. I've gotten a little bit of info from some of the critics right here at the Critic Chronicles who feel that maybe somebody at the church was mad because they wasn't the ones who was chosen, and it was a different partner who was chosen for Dr. Tony Evans. Again, speculation, speculation, speculation. But you know what happens when folks don't get what they want? They come through and they're like, I'm gonna tell the following. So it sounds like to some folks, some of the critics, they think that Tony's just trying to get ahead of something, which he definitely could be. But in terms of, is this what you're supposed to do when you mess up as a pastor or in the church? I absolutely believe that this was the way to go in terms of any transgressions that someone may have had who is in this particular ministry. Um, Additionally, I can probably talk more about Pastor Tony Evans, but I will leave it there. And I also share with you that a lot of Pastor Tony Evans' work can be found on Hoopla as well, including Kingdom Woman, including Kingdom Marriage, Kingdom Single, and then he did a book with his children after the passing of his first wife, and it's called Divine Disruption. That's also available as well. So I want to give a special shout out to everybody who is listening to me this morning. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate the additional new subscribers that we have as well. And thank y'all for starting to actually put things in the comments. I appreciate it, critics, because I definitely want to know what you think about all of the things. All righty. So listen, if you missed this past weekend's episodes, you can still watch. On this past Sunday, we discussed rapper Bun B's Intruder being sentenced. We also talked about Bad Boys 4 being a hit because we knew back on Sunday. And then also Joey Badass starting a mentoring program, while Brandy and Monica made cameos in Ariana Grande's brand new The Boy Is Mine video. All righty. I also talk a little bit about the Us Magazine's June 11th issue, and I go black on the inside. Be sure to check out this description box below. And review our channel for more critical news that you can use. Thanks again for tuning in to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel, where you get commentary, reviews, and tabloid news. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.